open like a welcome mat.
Hello and welcome to Old Faithful. I'm your host, Matt Trask. Special thanks to Haggerty's for hosting this. Thanks to Johnny Hastings, who's in and out of the studio, for making us look good. Remember my sponsorship with Trask. Remember my friends at... Boy, I'm just all screwed up. Remember my friends at Black Hills Blend Espresso. Trask Hay is at the end. I knew that because it's my show. Anyway, Black Hills Blend Espresso, 4 convenient locations here in Rapid City. Please like, share, and subscribe to both the Haggerty's Music Works channel and my channel. And thank you for your support. I'm so excited to have a keyboardizer on the show today, Mr. Colby Anderson.
Nice to see you. I'm really good. I've been watching your show, and it's pretty exciting to get invited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
you're absolutely invited. As I recall, it's been several years since I've seen this man play, but he's no slouch.
Yeah.
He knows his way around 88 keys.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. Murphy's has been a great place for me, and I've spent a lot of time there.
You've been playing at Murphy's?
Yeah, both upstairs in the bar a little bit, but mostly down in the blind line.
Things I didn't know, but anyway, we're going to start at the beginning. Tell us about you with emphasis on your musical journey.
Well, my musical journey probably began a long time ago. I was going to quit piano lessons, then we moved to Laverne, Minnesota.
Okay.
And I took lessons from my neighbor, Lorraine Olson. And then I started vocal lessons shortly thereafter.
Oh.
And I didn't put the two together until my mom couldn't play in church the one time. And then it was like, oh, I could do both at the same time. And then I found sheet music for Billy Joel, and I quit piano lessons. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aha. Yeah. So we moved to Laverne, Minnesota.
Yeah.
From where?
Sioux Falls.
From Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I took group lessons at the Empire Mall.
I see.
Back at Westmore Music.
Boy, that's back in the day.
Yeah. And group lessons is not for a guy with ADHD.
Right. No. It's hard for a college kid.
Yeah.
Even.
Yeah.
So whose idea was that to?
Well, we were just getting started. I think I've always had a flair for the drama and theater and things that you'd always catch me running around doodling and playing songs or whatever. So it's just one thing that you do. So,
I see.
Yeah.
Did you tell your parents? Because I imagine in the beginning you couldn't drive, probably.
Right. This was back in kindergarten or
did,
so.
Did you tell them, hey, we're going to the Empire Mall to see if there's group piano lessons?
I don't remember how that happened.
Their idea?
I think it must have been their idea. But, But yeah, and then shortly thereafter we moved to Laverne, and my neighbor, every time I see a picture of her, you think of the gal that you learned from for 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the amount of time that is sitting next to somebody.
Either in Sioux Falls or Laverne, Minnesota, then was there a piano in the house?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my folks had an upright Baldwin.
You just said your mother played. You alluded to that at church, so of course there would have been a piano in the house.
Yeah, she kind of taught herself.
I see.
And so there was, she did very well for teaching herself. I always thought that.
Yeah.
But then my piano teacher kind of taught me note for note.
Sure.
And so now my thing is try not to do it like that anymore.
Right.
Just take the chord progressions and screw around with it.
Right. Sure. So you were mentioning your memories of Lorraine Olson, I believe her name was.
Yeah.
And we all have, if we had a teacher. Good or bad, they're indelible memories.
Oh, yeah.
So in Laverne, Minnesota, did you walk to lessons?
Oh, she lived 3 doors down.
3 doors down?
Maybe 2, technically. Across the street, one house, and then it was hers.
So, yes, you did walk.
It was literally, yeah.
It wasn't even far enough to ride a bike.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when in high school, we started doing, instead of after school activities got to be too much, we started doing 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
Instead.
Really?
And then it got, by sophomore year, I was too busy, and I think that's about what time I quit.
Sure. So, for those 10 years, how long was the lesson?
I think it was half hour every week.
Half hour once a week. Yeah. And were you a good student? Did you go home and practice daily?
Not daily, but almost every day.
Almost every day.
I think that gets to be the point that when, if you practice every day when you're a kid,
right?
When you're an old man, you can do everything that you want, and then you can show up at the bar and just play.
Sure.
Hopefully.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully.
We'll need to talk about doing everything that you want more later on here. But So, and did she continue to challenge you and teach you?
Very
for
much
10
so.
years?
Yeah, I mean, it was both in theory and there was always the more classical teaching from the lesson book, and then there was always a couple of books that you'd have to learn outside of that.
Okay.
And so it was always about proper fingering, and
I see.
And I think my style is take the dynamics and try to make the quiet's really quiet and the big point's really big. Loud. Hopefully, because then people notice or whatever. But
so and during this time, were you in school ensembles of any kind?
Yeah, I was also in choir, and I was in band. I was a percussionist.
All right.
So yeah, you'll get this the tough thing playing by yourself is you gotta keep the beat, and you gotta keep it going, and there's nothing else but you, so you just gotta keep going, and so that I think that I think acoustic guitar players that sing and just do that by themselves, they're in the same mindset as I call it a piano man mindset. There's just a lot going on in your head.
Sure.
And sometimes your lips make weird movements and stuff like that. But it's just the because you're trying to replicate some percussion, with your fingers. So it's fun. But
awesome. So I plumb lost my train of thought. Oh, you find Billy Joel sheet music.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back to your mother got sick.
Yeah.
At church.
She could.
Church.
Yeah.
And she asked you to fill in.
No, I did a lot of soloing in church.
Okay.
And before that, I was just vocalist. And
you had
like
already played.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, but I never played piano in church. I never
see.
really thought about it. We did recitals for piano, but I never really thought about playing piano for somebody. I just sang for them. And then, she couldn't play that Sunday, and so I spent Saturday night plunking it out and trying to put them together.
I
think it was easier than I thought, but I was at the point that, I was into some Beethoven and things like that. So, taking a worship hymn or contemporary type worship song was pretty easy.
Sure. So did you do more of that then? Did you take over for your mother?
Well, we got. Shoot, if you know who Becky Antoine is, and one of my high school mates. She's actually a songwriter, and they live in Minneapolis.
Okay.
And, she and her husband do some amazing work. But we had a great worship team at my church growing up, and I played piano, and other people sang, and the Antoines played guitars.
I see.
And drums, and we had a great time.
Nice.
All the point that we organized a whole couple worship services.
Oh, okay.
And it was nice that our community gave us the younger high school kids that opportunity.
Sure. This was still in Laverne, Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then on the other side, Billy Joel, and were we in any secular devil worshiping ensembles? Nothing like that?
No, never. I'd like to learn to play Meatloaf and Anything for Love or something like that sometime. But there's only. When you try to do a 2 or 3 hour set, there's only so far you can go with it.
Right.
Energy wise.
Sure.
Because I'm telling you, you use a lot of air in 3 hours.
You sure can.
Yeah.
So you were never the keyboardist in a bar band?
No, but
like
after the more I'm here,
the
more I'm here, and the more I go to rally, like I was at Loud American. I was watching Dirty Word. I was watching Johnny's band, and I was just watching everybody. And it's like, man, it would be so nice to just every once in a while go, and just plunk a couple notes, and not do the whole thing,
not play the whole show,
but, whatever.
You can kind of back out, and somebody else can carry the load.
Secretly, I think that before I left Minneapolis College, I think that I drugged my clavinova. Do you know who Dirty Word is?
I do.
Okay. Yeah. So John Scalia, I think that I drugged my clavinova into his basement in Minneapolis, because I think he lives in Minneapolis.
Well, he sure might.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, but that's the way I've got things in my mind.
Right.
And we tried out and we sang a couple songs, and I have done a couple things with auditioning for bands, but I was always too busy with career.
And for those who wouldn't know, a clavinova is the Yamaha branded version. Essentially of this.
Yeah, that sits in Murphy's basement for. It's been down there for 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It never leaves.
Well, let's get to leaving Minneapolis College. You said or something. What'd you say?
Yeah, I left. I went to college at Augsburg, and whatever.
Did you go to college for music?
That was probably a mistake. You know, if someone could have grabbed my ear a little bit and said, "Hey, you got music scholarships for percussion and vocals." Right. And you probably could have gotten one for piano too. Oh. Yeah. Except I played on the golf team. So I spent more time doing that and farting around. So there's probably a lot of professors that I could have learned from, and that, you know, if there's things you look back on, right? You know, my 36-year-old self would smack my 19-year-old self and tell him pay a little more attention.
You did not major in music.
No, I did not.
And did I manage to find the one person in the world who should have?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. Thank you for being on my show. Yeah. So then you moved here?
No, I moved to Sioux Falls first. And, and that was kind of cool because my dad's a partner with Minerva's, and they had the Paramount Bar next to. If you've ever been to Sioux Falls, there's the Paramount Bar, which has got a baby grand in there. Okay. And so just for the short period of time that I was there, I was really liking that because you kind of finish working and then you just slide on over and see who's having a drink and play a couple songs. And,
were you working at the Paramount Bar?
I was the whatever dining manager. Okay. You know, in charge of the hosts and servers and things like that. Right. Wine and whatever.
Sure. So was the piano just sitting there being unused? Did they have regular people scheduled?
They had at the time they did have musicians every Friday and Saturday. Okay. And I especially because then I left Minerva's and then I started selling cars, and then I would get some gigs down there every once in a while. Right. You know, it's one place I'd like to go back to, but it's also as you get older, you know, it's kind of nice to hit the transpose button. Right. Yeah. So that you can play the song the same way, and you can sing it lower. Sure. When you get older. But,
sure. Yeah. So, what else do we need to talk about here? We should probably talk about this instrument at some point.
I don't know if they still carry. I know that Haggerty's now started carrying the Yamaha stuff.
So what happened to your clavinova?
It's still down
it's still in his basement.
No, it's in Murphy's basement. The Murphy's.
Oh, you just told me that.
Yeah, it's been there for 10 years. Okay. So I think there's been a couple people have played it. Andrew Hewitt and there's some really cool people that have probably played it over the years.
You needed something at home.
Yeah, I needed something at home because I don't know, I moved from a house to a townhouse, and actually I call this one Jane because I got my hometown. I got somebody asked me to play at the picnic, the picnic, and so whatever. I was like, well, I'm not gonna bring the clavinova because I got kids by this time. Right. It doesn't fit. Right. It's huge. Right. And so then I got this, and so this one's called Jane. Whatever. Right. Because you got to name it because Jane hired me for that party out there. Sure. So it's kind of nice to see people, and I think that it's nice to go back to where you were. Sure. And also look at some of the new stuff.
But you didn't get any potato salad on it or anything.
No. This one sits at home, and this one it's for under $1,000. This is one of the nicest keyboards I've had. Whether you're plugging it into a PA system, or I don't know, he just plugged it in the computer. I've never done that.
He did, and then
it has a lot. Yeah, or if you just it has really neat. It's got a few basic settings.
And it does. Keyboardists are always concerned about this. Does it have weighted keys?
They are semi-weighted. I don't know if they're fully weighted because there's a lot of good feel to them, but it is not like my clavinova. Okay. Which that was like back. I got it on sale before they went to the disk drive. Which now we're on USB. This was the floppy. Oh, yeah. This is 2003 4.
Oh boy.
I got it at 5 off. Right. 2,000 off. That was a lot off.
Right. Yeah.
So actually they had some. There's a kid. What's his name? There's a 14, 15-year-old kid that's playing guitar, blues guitar, around town, and I just.
Bodie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, yeah. I don't know. That kid is awesome.
He is. Yes. Yeah. He's awesome.
Oh, yeah. It's so cool to see. Awesome. It's so cool to see that this town has so many musicians. There's the blonde country gal. There's I'm terrible with names, but there's a lot.
But there's everything.
And I've been here 10 years, and you keep seeing them. Right. We love our music out in the Black Hills.
Quite obviously dressed like an acid taking rodeo clown. I would know less about rap but I know 2 local rappers and country and metal, anything you want right here.
Yeah, it is.
You bet.
It is.
So you're playing at Murphy's and at the Blind Lion Speakeasy.
Yeah.
Quite regularly.
That's pretty much where you'll find me. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. The regular schedule usually is the 3rd Friday of the month. I'm at the Blind Lion.
All right.
And then I text Zach and I was like, "Do you have anybody tonight?" You know, because I don't know. I don't have my kids on Fridays, so
right.
I just like to play on Friday.
I see.
So,
sure.
And then now I've played a few times at Red Rock, which is the golf course. That
Okay.
I like, before, and we're gonna try that again. So we'll see if I can keep it quiet.
Mixing music and golf like you did in college.
Yeah. Just well, I don't know. I think that if there's talent and it just itches at you to share it.
Right.
You know, like tell stories, and it's just fun to play.
Sure.
So
yeah. Have you made any recordings or anything?
No. I have a YouTube station that gonna get flagged for copyright and everything. I try to put the artists of whoever I'm playing. But I call it the one take.
Okay.
You know, you just set your phone there and do one song.
Because
I probably have the computer that I can plug into, but I'm a dad.
Right.
I got a 3 and a 5-year-old, and
so you just essentially, hopefully you wouldn't get offended if I said you're a happy, content lounge piano player.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what you are.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else that we need to talk about? Is Lorraine Simonson?
Lorraine Olson?
Lorraine Olson. Is she still alive?
She still is.
She is.
And I think she just retired from playing at the Grace Lutheran Church.
No.
And I'm not sure if she actually did, but it was kind of cool because one night she actually, because she never really saw what I do, because it's covering country and pop songs from the 60s to now. And so she came in one night. And,
really?
And she was down there, and it was cool because, her daughter must have seen me around the corner because they were at Minerva's, and we popped around the corner, so she kind of got to see it.
Wow, awesome!
So it's kind of cool because there's difference than because she's a great organist, and I've never played the organ. That'd be fun.
Right.
But the piano's good enough for me.
Yeah.
So.
We have a few organs in town.
Yeah.
If you want.
No, that's okay.
I could hook you up.
You got to use your feet and take your shoes off.
Yeah, it's a full body workout.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, right. Well, I hope Lorraine gets to see this. One more, good Lord.
Lorraine Olson.
Yeah. Lorraine Olson.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I hope Lorraine Olson gets this. My first guitar teacher told me a while back that she has watched every episode of my show.
Really?
And it made me cry.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Mary Kay Wilson, I love you too. Yeah. But I hope Lorraine gets to see it. And we're gonna. Do we have anything more we need to talk about?
I don't think so.
We're pretty good.
I'm a car salesman, but
You're a car salesman.
Yeah.
If you need a car.
Toyota's.
Yeah. Are you on?
Find me.
Are you on TikTok or anything?
No, I keep things simple. I don't know. I keep things simple.
Yeah.
But I found that I don't know. The more that I get out and say hi to friends, play scrambler golf tournaments with friends.
Right.
Just don't say no.
Right.
And it takes you away from your time at the job.
Right.
What it brings you is you meet the community.
Right.
And that's what's fun.
Yeah.
So because we've got a great community here, and like I said, my kids are young, so I got 15 years to thrive here and enjoy it. So
exactly.
You got choices, and we're gonna. I don't know. I hope they don't play basketball because I suck. That's pretty fun.
Are you ready to play a song?
Sure.
When I do my little dog. Lorraine Olson says, "Use your metronome." How's that? You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah. We'll have to do something like that.
Remember my sponsorship with Trask Hay LLC. Large, round, and square bales, but more importantly, custom haying services. Everybody has a little pasture they need hay.
They do.
In the summer, They
do.
Call Joe Trask, 515-0858. Ladies and gentlemen, Colby Anderson.
All right. We're going to do something from today and from yesterday, too.
All right.
My specialty is blending. Through the roads open like a welcome mat to a better place than the one we're at. I ain't got no kind of plans. I've had all of this town I can stand. Now I've got friends out on the coast. We can jump in the water and see what flows. We've been saving for a rainy day. Let's beat the storm and be on our way. 'Cause it don't matter to me, wherever we are is where I wanna be. And honey, for once in our lives, take our chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny. You can be my four-leaf clover. Start. This might not be an easy time. There's rivers to cross and hills to climb. Someday we might fall apart. Some nights might feel cold and dark. But nobody wins afraid of losing. And the hard roads are the ones worth choosing. Someday we might back and smile and know it was worth every mile. 'Cause it don't matter to me, wherever we are is where I wanna be. And honey, for once in our lives, take our chance and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny. You can be my four-leaf clover. Start. Packed my bags last night, be flying. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high, the kite by then. I miss the earth so much, I miss my wife. It's lonely out of space, but such a timeless flight. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. The touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, I'm a rockin' man. Rockin' man, burning out his feet up here alone. Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell. And there's no one there to raise them if you did. And all the science I don't understand. It's just my job 5 days a week to be a rocket man. Oh, rocket man. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. The touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. It don't matter to me, wherever we are is where I wanna be. And honey, for once in our lives, take our chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny. You can be my four-leaf clover. Start.
songs I never would have thought to put together. Thanks for watching, Colby. Thanks for being
having
on
me,
the show, buddy.
I appreciate it, man.